Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Teenager Who Cooks. In this special edition of coronavirus pandemic cooking, we're gonna be making a lemon meringue pie. Mainly because my good friend Aiden decided to send me some lemons and I had no idea what I was supposed to do with them. So I decided to make a lemon meringue pie, which sounds really tasty. Alright, so we're gonna first get started with making the pie crust. To start, we are going to combine our half teaspoon of salt with our 1 1/4 cups of flour in this food processor. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna put the cap on. And then we're just going to pulse it until it is combined. Alright, now it is combined. So we're gonna now add in our butter. A half cup of butter is just 1 stick. I just diced it and made sure that they just came out of the fridge so that they're all cooked. Alright, now we're going to process this until it resembles some crumbs. Now, the next step is to add 1 tablespoon of ice cold water. And what we're gonna do is we're just gonna process it again. And after we've processed it enough, so it looks all crumbly, we're gonna add our 2nd tablespoon of ice cold water. And at this point, you can see that our dough has basically formed. Now we're gonna pour it out onto a silicone baking sheet. We're gonna continue to make sure it's all clumped together into one ball. Alright, so we have our beautiful pie crust here. Now what we're gonna do is just gonna set it down and we're just gonna press a little bit until it becomes like a pretty big disc. And now we're just going to start rolling. Alright, it's now time to transfer our pie crust over to the pan. What we're going to do is we're just going to try to press it in as well as possible. Don't worry if it rips, you can just make adjustments once it's in the pan. So now that we have put the pie crust in here and we press all the sides, we're going to poke holes at the bottom with our fork, just so we can release any extra trapped air that's down there. So it looks like this. Now we're just going to go ahead and plop that on into the fridge for about 15 to 30 minutes until it's cooked, and then we can continue working with it. Alright, so I've put up the edges of the pie crust like this, so that there's like a little rim. Now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to take my thumb at a 45-degree angle. I'm just going to start pushing in onto the dough. Alright, so we have our crimped pie crust here. And now we're gonna put it in the freezer for 30 minutes and then we're gonna get ready to bake. Alright, here's our pie crust and we preheated the oven to 425 degrees and now we're gonna plop it in the oven and bake for 15 to 20 minutes just until the crust begins to brown a little bit. Alright guys, we are ready to begin making the filling. So here are the ingredients. We have 1 1/2 cups of sugar. We have 1/2 cup of lemon juice and 1 tablespoon of lemon zest that I just put together. We have 1 1/2 cups of water, 5 tablespoons of cornstarch, 3 tablespoons of butter, and 4 large egg yolks. Alright, the first step is to whisk together all the ingredients in the pan. And then we slowly mix the solution over medium-low heat until it's thick and has bubbles in it. Alright, now that we have this mixture and it's all soupy and thick and bubbly, we're gonna put our eggs in this relatively medium-sized bowl. And we're gonna add this mixture into the eggs. And we're gonna stir as fast as possible, or whisk as fast as possible. Now we're not gonna add all of it in. We're just gonna add a good amount, around 1/3 to 1/2 of it. We're just gonna keep stirring, making sure that we stir as fast as possible, so as the eggs does not scramble. And what we're gonna do now is we're just going to add this back into our big mixture while still stirring as fast as possible. Now, as the mixture is still warm, we're gonna add in this block of butter. And we're just gonna mix it until it melts. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our finished mixture here and we're just gonna strain it through and put it onto the pie. Now we're gonna make the meringue that sits on top of the lemon pie. So we're gonna take the 4 leftover egg whites from earlier. We're gonna add 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, 1/2 teaspoon of cream of tartar. Cream of tartar ensures that your peaks will become stiff. Now with our trusty handheld mixer, we are going to slowly begin to whisk. Alright, so now that we have these very soft peaks that are forming, we can add in our sugar. We want to add in the sugar gradually. Okay, don't add in all at once. Okay, so I beat the meringue to the point where they form stiff peaks that don't really curve down anymore. So now we're gonna get our pie back and put the meringue on top. So now we're gonna take our finished meringue and just put it on this mixture. And we're just gonna spread it around so that the pie is completely shut off with meringue, essentially. You want to make sure that the meringue covers the inside completely, that it's sealed off. Alright, now we're gonna put our pie into the oven. Alright, so our lemon meringue pie is ready. And now we're gonna take it out of the oven. Looks so good. It is all brown on top. And now all we just have to do is wait. So we're gonna cool this at room temperature for an hour and put it in the fridge for 5 hours. And then we can dig in and enjoy. Alright guys, here's the finished product. We have a slice of our lemon meringue pie here. So now I'm gonna dig in and try a piece. Very tasty. You get that nice and soft meringue on the top with that tangy sweet lemon filling on the bottom with the nice buttery pie crust. yet another amazing coronavirus quarantine dessert. So, if you enjoyed this episode, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and stay tuned for the next one.